back. Just
Whoop,
like that.
whoop.
What's good, y'all? It's the
Hey,
ladies
ladies.
taking over
What's
the show
up? I
today.
know, right?
Everybody always talking about Black with No Chaser is full of men, but today you're gonna have the ladies. Yeah,
Fluff your braids, fluff your locks.
we're going to be welcoming you back today for episode 2. We're so glad that you are here with us. I am Sika, your host today. I'm filling in for Rillo. He will be back on tomorrow. Yes, we are going to have an episode on tomorrow with special guests. Make sure that you're tuning in to the end of the show to see who that guest is going to be. And if you are watching this and you're hearing the sound of my voice, make sure that you share. Share. Make a watch party on your actual page and share to your groups. Just make sure that you got everybody tuning in right now. We're about to have some great conversation with KP, the chef from Atlanta, the celebrity chef. We got some good conversation with that. And I'm going to pass it on to my sis, Cody. What's good? How you doing today?
Good day, man. I'm feeling good. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to see the lunch break back. My people been like, hey, where y'all at? Right here, son. You know what I'm saying? I'm
We back.
Cody. Yeah, we back in this thing. Hey, I'm Cody. So y'all get prepared for another great show. You know how we do it. And
Right on.
now I'm gonna pass it on to Miss Mariana.
Representing Wavy on the west side. It's Miss Mariana,
Hey.
everybody. I'm so happy to be here. I'm one of the newest folks on the Black Lunch Break, and we got the West Coast in this thing now. So I'm looking forward to today's conversation. I'm mad that we can't eat KP's food.
Man.
I'm giving up. I'm giving up the goods. Okay. So our special guest. But what I want to do is remind everybody about the census. Now, look, Black folks. Usually we're afraid when people come to our doorstep asking all kind of personal questions, but you can do the census online now. You can do it in your bed. You can do it at your desk, wherever you are. Please get involved. Make sure to be a part of the census. We can't talk about representation if we don't represent our very presence in our nation. So make sure to do the census. Your mama names, your auntie and names, make it an activity. Get active with the census. All right, Cody, what you got? What you got for us, Cody?
All right, what I got to say is y'all know what time it is. It's 53 days until election day. Election day is November 3rd. All right, you might need to tat that on you somewhere if you forget this year. It's that serious. Now, that's how serious it is, Mari. It's that serious.
Okay, it's
If
serious.
if you can't remember what day to go vote, we're gonna have buses, we're gonna have trains, we're gonna have everything going to vote. If you need to register to vote, the registration deadline is October 5th. So you still have plenty of time to register if you're not registered. If you're 18, register. We need you. Every vote needs to count. Contact your local Black Lives Matter chapter. Black Lives Matter Mississippi is ready to pop up voter registrations in any city and community in Mississippi. So contact Black Lives Matter Mississippi, get you one. Contact your local NAACP chapter. They're ready to register you. If you're in my area, I don't care. If you're in any area in the world, contact me. I will email you a voter registration. But we got to do this, y'all. It's important. It's really important. So 53 days, 53 days to get ready.
Shout out to Dollar Black that's tuned in with us. If you have not seen that video, Mississippi Votes has produced.
Hey, we gonna play Mississippi Votes, huh?
Yes.
Hey, y'all stay tuned because we gonna play Dollar Black's joint, Mississippi Votes, and let y'all see how the streets be. You know what I'm saying?
Dollar Black, y'all.
Dollar Black voting, y'all. We do it.
We gotta do it though. This year we already know what we are up against, and as far as our choices, we're not going to even go there. Let's just make sure that we go out and make sure that our voice is counted. Make sure that we are signing up for this census so that we can be counted. And just make sure that we're taking care of each other in the meantime while we are waiting on this election process to move on.
Right.
We got Black Trendy topics coming up next. Cody, I heard that you got a little spinoff that's happening. What's good with that?
Man, yeah. So I start filming this weekend. For those of you who didn't know, I started a series called Pointing Fingers. The series was amazing. People loved it. It ended too soon for them. They was like, "Man, where is Pointing Fingers? Where is Pointing Fingers?" A lot happened. As y'all know, we was coming up to 2020, and subconsciously, now that I see how 2020 is really acting, I know that 2019 was getting ready to show
Mm,
out. You know what I'm saying?
mm. All the
So
way out.
a lot happened in 2019. So we had to stop production of Pointing Fingers. But I have just been cast to come back as the starring character Dorian Hunter in a new series called Barely Single, where me and my best friend will be going through all kinds of drama. It's comedy, it's great, it's a good show. And yeah, I start filming this weekend, so y'all be on the lookout. If you haven't, go to Pointing Fingers on Facebook and watch the show, or Pointing Fingers on YouTube and watch the show. Catch up with me so when I start the new show and drop from Netflix, you know what I'm saying,
Oh,
HBO or something, y'all know what it is.
hey,
Listen, go
you
on
gonna
and
do an
pop your
Issa Rae and blow up on us? So remember,
right.
like
You know,
give me a
I'm gonna
side role.
try.
Give
I'm
me
gonna
a side
try.
role in the background. Give me a side role in the background. I serve your food. What you need? You need a
Hey,
waitress?
man, excuse me,
Hey,
girl. You know you gonna be
you gonna
you'll be
be
one of my romantic interests.
Wait, hold on. Don't start now. Don't start now. Don't start now. Won't be none. I do.
It's
I
just
can't
acting.
act though. I can't
It's
act.
just acting. It's just acting.
Okay,
how
so
long you been acting anyways?
yeah.
Oh, acting. How long have I been acting seriously? I'm gonna just put it like this. I was Alice in Wonderland in second grade. I'm just letting you
Okay,
know.
we
I'm
gotta
just
start
letting you know.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Look,
We
I'm
gotta
just
start
letting
Trendy
you know.
is
somewhere.
on social media right now showing us your past days already. We just had
Man,
Right.
I'm so old, man. I just get older every year. But
Yeah.
but yeah, I started
how does that
serious.
happen?
I don't know, something about white people time. Listen, but seriously, I've been acting like I think my first real acting joint is I was hired for a documentary in like 2014. And well, not hired, I cast for a documentary because they wanted to follow my life, you know. And I ended up producing and fixing for the show, and actually, you know, putting a lot together about LGBT families in
That's
Mississippi,
three
where
check.
where I acted on that, where I acted on that joint, I produced and I fixed
Wow.
on that joint. So it was a pretty amazing experience. And
Go
since then,
Cody.
I've been trying to do what I can do to show people that, you know, I'm still poor. Acting is not. I need a major role, y'all. If y'all know where it's at.
You're not
But
poor.
yeah,
You're
no,
just
I'm
cash
not. I'm
limited.
wealthy.
There
I'm
you go.
wealthy,
There
and
you
and
go.
the rich
There you go.
whites say they're cash poor. I
Right.
learned that. I learned 2020 taught me that too. They
That's
call it
it.
cash poor. Yeah, but a lot's
You
going
are
on.
wealthy and you are prosperous.
That's
And
right.
you're
I'm
on your
wealthy
way.
and prosperous. We manifesting all that. We
Yes.
manifesting all that.
I love it. I love it.
What's
I
been
love
on
it.
your
I love it.
mind, Miss Mari?
Okay, so I speaking of willing and accepting the idea and speaking the words poor, I think that this is perfect, especially because of our guest. So what's been on my mind is the power of food prep. Okay.
Okay.
Because first of all, people tease me because I do it like religiously, and I'm not even a religious person, but I do it with timing, with effort, really, really focused, right? And so a couple years back, I'm in California, so we have a lot of farmers markets, but we can't say that we can't be resourceful and do bulk shopping and things like that. So I started going to the farmers market like clockwork every Sunday. Sometimes I would meet some of my sister's friends there and I'd call it church, right? And hey, this is
Mm.
church. We're going to get the fresh air. We're going to move our bodies. We're going to get some healthy food. And this has kind of evolved into and merged into like my working out and the lifestyle of just overall health. And so a lot of the times when I'm sharing ideas, teaching, preaching, whatever it is I'm doing, the main three things that I'm trying to do is demystify, amplify, and prioritize, right? So I want a lot of people of color. This is the Black Lunch Break. We're talking about the power of food prep. I want us to demystify the idea that you have to be this workout buff or gym rat in order to do food prep. Like usually when you hear the word food prep, right? It's like you see the little containers and you see this dry food in the container that, you know, with no seasonings and things like that, because you have this idea, right? Any one of you can admit that? Do you?
I can admit that already. Like when I see
Okay.
food, I'm like, it looks good, but it looks like it's gonna be dry day 2.
Right. Right.
Like,
I food prep some years, and I must admit, like, my refrigerator was really pretty when
Yeah,
I
I
food
have a
prep. So
beautiful refrigerator.
I know when you open it, it's just like, oh, I'm so healthy.
But even beyond that, like even for those of us who are just trying to open your mind, like, oh, food prep, that's just, you know, you got to pay $15 million for somebody to do it for me because it takes too much time. That's the second thing I want to demystify, because the whole idea of time management is not always that it has to take a whole bunch of time every day. I stood behind a couple in line the other day and they're like, what do you want to eat? Well, what do you want to eat? Well, what do you want to eat? Well, what do you want to eat? And it was just dinner that week. That would have drove me crazy. I wanted to shake both of them, because the whole idea of food prep is no, if you just once a week or once every 2 weeks, throw that documentary on, catch up on some Black with No Chaser episode, whatever it is, prop that up on your iPad or whatever, put your favorite audiobook on, plug on literacy, and then just get busy and chopping up that food that you've bought in bulk, hopefully with your friends and family. Stop saying it's too expensive. That's another way to demystify some of these things around us not doing our food budgeting and time management around our food differently. We trick off so much time trying to figure out what we want to eat because we're eating emotionally.
I'm mad you just said trick off so much.
We do. Because I say trick because
that
that's
word.
a momentary pleasure that you're paying for, right? You know what I'm saying? So my whole idea is, let's demystify the idea that you have to be some workout buff, gym buff. Let's demystify the idea that it takes too much time. Let's demystify the idea that it takes too much money. Because honestly, I can take $10 to the farmer's market, 15 if I'm feeling spicy, and I can fill my whole refrigerator up. If I go with friends and I buy in bulk and we all bring a dub, oh my gosh, do you know how much food that is? So the last thing is,
Mariana, you kind of ratchet.
Wait. Do not.
First you said we tricking. She's like, we tricking out. We gonna trick off this. Trick off the fruit. We gonna trick off the fruit.
If I sound a little too corporate, y'all not gonna listen. Okay, you're not gonna.
You
listen
right.
If I sound too
you
corporate.
right.
I gotta balance my ratchet and professionalism.
It's good. It's good.
As one, I got my Claire Huxtable side, and I
Word.
got my Quisha side, and they come together. And they blend. I know where I'm from. I know where I'm at. I know where I'm going. I shape shift accordingly. So anyway, stop getting hung up on the language. I only got a few more minutes.
I'm not. I'm just admiring it. Damn it.
Okay, so we checked that off. And somebody said, please convince me because I can't commit in the comments. Commit to the fact that how much money you're spending based off of making your food decisions emotionally and last minute. That alone. If you're eating off emotion, you're spending more money. You're not going to pick the nutritious things, right? If you're waiting every day, meal to meal, and you eat 2 to 3 times a day, sometimes more, you are wasting extra time, right? So now we've demystified that. So amplify. I want to talk about the benefits real quick. We already talked about saving time.
You were supposed to say turn that bitch up. You wasn't supposed to say amplify.
Okay, but you said that for me. You're like my home stenographer, like in the courthouse when
I'm loving this shit.
You turn it all the way up. Okay. So, but it's space too, because a lot of the packaging and the processed foods takes up a lot of space in our refrigerators. But if you're breaking things down, if you're putting them in hopefully glass containers or in, maybe you're not doing your food prepping for every little container, but just making sure to get 4 or 5 stackables, putting all your vegetables and fruits in that, putting all your proteins in one, putting all your grains. I keep some rice cooked. I keep pasta cooked. So that way, when it comes down to it, I might not have them all prepped out meal for meal, but I could grab a cup of this, scoop a cup of that, throw it in my skillet, throw it in my wok, and I'm good to go, right? So just this whole idea of amplifying the benefits. And then it's family time too, right? And it doesn't matter what type of family you have, whether it's your blood family and your immediate family, whether you have roommates, whether you have college mates. if you are all in the kitchen, like our old school mamas and families did, breaking bread, literally taking time, you're spending family time as well. So, you know, to do that, like I said, all you got to do is schedule your budgeting time around your money and shop on a schedule. If your day is Sunday, every Sunday from 2 to 5, I go do my shopping, I do my prep, I store it, I'm done. And I don't have to think about what I'm going to eat, how I'm going to eat, what my money is. It's already portioned out. And then also too, I can take that last step and start looking at my portions and how much I'm eating. In the inside of my cabinet, I actually put how many grams of a sweet potato is this much, carbs. How many grams of this is this much fat? So then when I do get to scooping and I make it up, now I know that's a little advanced. Don't get scared, Cody. I see you shutting down. Keep your crown chakra open. Open your crown chakra.
Damn.
But it makes those kind of things a little easier when you already have food prep in line. So wherever you can, my Black people, please understand food prep is not just one for one type of person. Anybody can get into it. Start where you can. If even just going to the dollar store and getting the containers and going to the farmer's market or buying in bulk at Sam's or the Costco, try it that way. See if it can improve your life. That's what's been on my mind, Black people. That's
how long did it take you to get so strategic and ritualistic with this? Because yes, my mind over here, I'm just like, man, this seems like a lot of work.
And you know what? That's part of the battle.
I ain't counting nothing.
Look. That's part of the battle. I bet you count how many views and likes you get on something that you want to be appreciated.
I bet I don't.
I bet you do. I bet you have. Okay, let me give another analogy. I bet
you got to do another one for me, because I'll be forgetting.
I bet you calculate how many money or time it'll take to earn a certain pair of shoes or a certain financial goal or a certain
Mary,
car.
you don't know me.
Okay, well, I don't know you. But I'm talking
you need, hey, look, I bet I be counting how many masks I got left in this designing company, because these people said they want 10 and I got 3.
There you go. But you know what? Honestly, when I realized I wanted to be a healthier person, it was a clear decision. And that takes some clear modifications in my life. And when it comes to food, people in general, especially Black people, we're so connected to food emotionally that it's hard for us to think logically. Y'all got your eyebrows all wrinkled up. Y'all already sweating bullets at just listening to me talk about my journey. I ain't even forcing you to do nothing. But to answer your question, it's like anything else, right? Let's take a different analogy so y'all get out your feelings. When you're ready to be in a committed relationship, there's some modifications in your behavior that you have to make, but you know the fruit of that modification and the fruit of that adjustment is going to be sweet. If you say you want to level up with your finances, you know that you can't be, swiping left and right. You got to think, okay, I got $50 in my budget to turn up to have a good time with, and you stay within that budget. It's a clear adjustment. So the only reason why this particular adjustment seems so major is because Black folks ain't talking about this unless they're gym rat Black folks or they're super vegan. But you don't even hear vegans talk about portioning and things like that as much. They talk about what you're eating. So whatever angle you need or whatever analogy you need me to give you, things that you value, you will prioritize. So stop saying you don't have the time or the effort. Just say you don't have you don't want to prioritize it. Be accountable and say, I just don't want to do it. But there will be a day, I'm 41 years old now. So part of staying young and fabulous is being healthy. And that came with some distinct adjustments. If I skip going to the gym too many days, I feel it. If I skip eating a certain way, I feel it. So like with anything, maybe at a job, last analogy, you get a new program. You like, I got to learn a whole new program. Blah, blah. All that time you blah, blah, blah. And you're already telling your mind, you're telling yourself on a cellular level that this is going to be difficult. But once you go through the motions and try it a few times, like riding a bike or anything else, your body will adjust to it. So the only reason why this seems so difficult and the people in the comments are humming and drumming is because it's new information. But once you process it, look at the benefits and demystify some of those difficult things, it's not so hard to do at all. It really, really isn't.
It's
That's
not.
right. He's right. I just be giving you a hard time.
I bet you if I said it's sexy to do food prep, everybody be like, oh, want to look at my food prep. Let me picture selfie, right?
Just say it now. Just say it now. Just say it now.
It's sexy. It's sexy to do food prep. Bam, selfie. Break it down. Everybody,
we all with it.
It's so sexy to do food prep. When I see a woman prepping, I just be like,
Cody, it's Black Lunch Break. It's appropriate that we talk about healthy eating, y'all. Come on.
Yes, I love this. I love this.
Sabrina says, I prep bi-weekly for my kids. Single mom life requires organization. Sabrina, you get the Single Mom Award, the Black Lunch.
Yes.
You get the Black Lunch Break crown of Single Mom of the Award. Dala says, Lord, she reading me right now. Demystify. You know, Dala, every time you tune in, I got some new words for your vocab. I'm the vocab queen.
Okay. Hey, really though, I food prepped a while because I used to like, especially being an entertainer. Like I noticed I got fat. You know how you just notice, okay, bro, I done got too fat. Now so I'm not into body shaming or anything like that. But with my entertainment life, I've always wanted to have an appearance to where when someone saw me, I looked healthier than not. You know what I mean? Because I am a role model in whichever way it is, even when I was working with youth or when I was with adults. I don't want them to feel like just be unhealthy and you can still just, because I always want to keep. But when I found myself getting bigger, I got a personal trainer. Shout out to Anthony. Anthony was my personal trainer, and he's the best. He looks like he's 25 and he like 60 or something. I don't know, but he's amazing. He's the founder of youth. Black don't crack. His black ain't cracking at all. But yeah, he came to me and I started food prepping. And what I used to do is, because I had the George Foreman grill, I went and bought a lot of those Tupperware things. You know what I'm saying? I bought like a bag of cheese because I had to make it easy for me because I'm not trying to do all, like you said, I'm not measuring nothing. So I had a bag of cheese. I got a whole lettuce, and I just cut it up. And I split it up in those things. I George Foreman my chicken breasts. You know what I'm saying? When I got about 5 or 10 of them, I cut those up, put those in one, and then I had cranberries and stuff like that. So whenever I got hungry, I grab a bowl of lettuce, and I just throw the pieces on there that I wanted. You know what I mean? And it was like I had food prepped, and I was healthy, and I'm talking about. It was easy because I just bought the stuff in little bags already, like a bag of cheese and a bag of cranberries. But all I had to do was cut up the chicken and the lettuce and the onions, but everything else was cool. So it's not that bad.
It's simple.
You convinced me. I'm gonna try. Okay.
Come on, let's do a Black Lunch Break food prep challenge. Okay.
Let's do
Everybody, don't commit for the long haul. I'm not asking you to get married to it. Just date it. Date food prepping for at least 2 weeks. For those of y'all who are teetering out there, somebody says, I'm sold. I'll be meal prepping today for the next 7 days. Yes, I got one person on the challenge. It is the Black Lunch Break food challenge. We're going to do a food prep challenge, y'all. For 7 days.
Amber, send us the pictures of your food prep. Send us the pictures to Black with No Chase of your food prep. And we're going to do something around that. We're going to showcase y'all food prepping, man. We're going to motivate each other.
Let's do it.
Like some more content days. This could definitely be something.
Absolutely. And in closing, with we always talking about revolutionary wanting to rally and be physical and fight. But what about the revolution of our bodies? We really need to stop thinking that, it's only certain conscious types of Black folks that eat a certain kind of way. And because my Grammy's granny, well, granny got cancer now. Let's start being revolutionary because our bodies will definitely thank us for it. So there's a transferring of the mind and the habits, and that's emotional pull to the taste buds. But them taste buds is tricked out too, y'all. So we got to, let's own our taste buds, own our body, and be revolutionary in the choices we make within. That's my piece for today.
Asia said it makes her feel disciplined and responsible. I like that.
I can imagine that.
It's a meditation.
That's a connection to peace right there in itself.
It does. Yeah. It's kind of like how I look at that picture on the internet where they have this refrigerator full of fruit and they say, does your refrigerator look like this? I look at that picture and I'm like, oh.
Mine's do.
God. I know, Mary. We know.
I got a sexy refrigerator. Everybody else showing off their booty online. I show my refrigerator. I'm gonna start showing my refrigerator.
Look, Mari shows off the fridge and that garden, man. Listen,
bam. Oh yeah,
I follow her. Go see
Yeah.
that
Man,
garden.
Mari, my garden. I'm so sad. Like all my, like
Oh,
we had so many tornadoes and hurricanes and stuff. My
yeah.
garden, it flooded and it kind of floated
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
I don't think I had my
There go
ground.
your turnips. Your turnips is
Yeah,
flowing down.
I was like looking in the
Yeah.
backyard, like I know watermelon not supposed to be all the way back there.
Yeah. No,
It's
my
just
garden is bad because we have the fires. So it's like raining ashes every day. And so I'm actually gonna unearth my summer garden and prepare the soil for my autumn and my winter garden. But I'm sad because the elements are definitely hurting those ashes are
Mari,
hurting my
you got
garden.
to teach us that too. Summer,
Yeah.
winter, fall garden. I didn't even know that you had different gardens. I plant everything. I planted everything I saw in the
No,
thing.
no, that's
When
why
I
they
found
didn't
out we was going
grow.
on quarantine, I
That's
just grew. I just brought stuff. I was planting
That's why
everything.
they grow. There's a time and a place. There's a reason and a season for every herb, every twig, every bush, every medicinal thing has a place and an environment. So, well, I'll do our next when we follow up next week on your food prep challenges, y'all. Our Black Lunch Plate food prep challenge. I'll also start dropping in and start bringing in more gardening tips. Y'all just want me to be all healthy and black.
Man, that's what you do. I mean, you got to do it now. You shouldn't have brought that up.
Yes,
We
indeed.
said,
I
Mary,
love
what you been thinking about? You was like food, and
it.
so and
And we
now
put
you
some
I love
stuff
it.
responsible.
out on air
Now,
I'm with it.
about the
I'm with
fires
it.
too. Look, if you are out there trying to be going viral with your little baby reveal,
Oh,
stop it.
yeah, it was
Stop it.
bad, y'all. So California, we've been having a lot of horrible fires based off the lightning, right? And don't get me started on that because I think that lightning was created by them weather making machines and them crafts that they be inserting chemicals into the cloud. But anyway, we'll
ain't
talk
nobody
about that
talking
another
about
time.
Harper. I mean,
Okay, so right, but so we've already been dealing with the lightning striking in California with the dry grass and all of that from the man-made weather. I'm not gonna go there, but I'm gonna slide it in there. But
Hey,
recently,
look,
last week, we had this crazy fire. Like, I mean, it's to the point when I open my car door, there's ash all over. It's like raining ash, right? And so when I looked up, like, where are we at with the fires? Because it's so bad in California, we got to check our air quality on certain days. Like my trainer, we didn't train the last 2 days of this week because the air quality was in the red. It was so bad. But check it. This
so
last
what does
fire,
that mean though? Like in the red, like
it,
way too
it's
much.
like the air quality is like it's like color coded. The red is like the worst. It's unhealthy, meaning like especially people with like respiratory or asthma or breathing conditions, they're like fishes out of water right now. It's
Oh,
really, really bad. But
mm,
this last fire, I wanted to whoop somebody. I wanted to legit get a switch out the backyard and whoop somebody because it was a couple who did their gender reveal and they got some kind, they didn't get just a regular balloon where you pop the balloon and yeah, it's a boy or girl. They got some kind of, I can't even pronounce the word, play tectonics. And it's like the stuff that with a big concert, like when Michael
it's an
Jackson Thriller
explosion,
comes out,
basically.
it was an explosion. And in their
yeah.
gender reveal, when they let that sucker off, it lit on fire and it burned acres and acres. Like I might be extra right now, but I think it's like 10,000 acres or something crazy. Ridiculous. That might be a little extra, but it was a lot to the point where it reset us all over and gave us 5 more days of ash just
Were
falling
they
out
were
of the
they
air.
were they people of color?
I didn't ask that and I didn't want to ask that
I
because I
need to
was gonna be
know
mad. I
because
was
we
gonna
know
be
better.
like, I
Shit.
was already extra mad, but I was gonna be like, I was gonna need a cape because I would have been super mad if I
We was
found
gonna have to
out.
bring their ass on. We were gonna have to bring
I
their
was
ass on the
like,
show and get responsibility taken because we don't. If I'm black and if I know it's fires outside, I ain't even smoking a cigarette.
it was bad, y'all. It's bad. It was bad. And they better name that baby like Pyru or Fire Flame
La
or something. That baby better have
Explosiona.
a name with fire in it. Baby Booyaka, brat, brat, something. It better be something really
Baby, go pop,
spicy.
pop.
Play Tectonia, come over here.
Shit. Shit. Oh my god.
Oh, is it time, Sika? Is it time?
I
It's
see the
time.
smoke. That's all I knew.
See the
I ain't know
smoke.
if she was smoking a sage, and I was confused. I just did
It's
like
about
this just in
time,
case.
guys.
I'm
It's been a
ready.
long time coming. I definitely missed this session. with
Oh
everybody.
man, it's been a long time. I ain't done this in so long, man. You see, I got a fresh bud for you,
You got a
Sika.
fresh bundle. Oh, we can light it
I
now.
mean,
I thought we had to do like a countdown. Okay.
go ahead and get that lighting ready. If you're tuning in with us, if you have some sage with you right now, go on and
One
light it.
thing I do when I light my sage is I got the white sand to put it out in. You know what I'm
Oh, you
saying?
Oh, now you
fancy.
fancy.
Girl,
Yeah.
you got
You
to
ain't
you
all
got to
ratchet,
do this,
honey. See, you ain't
yeah,
all ratchet. You got an inner
babe,
granola girl in you too.
baby. Look,
Notice
it's
you
like
straight
this. Hold up.
ratchet.
What I say is like on one side, on one side,
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
on one,
Brat,
but
brat.
but on one side.
Yay.
So
He's so
as long as
smart.
you know,
I know.
multifaceted. I
But
was I was told I
but
was
you
a
did
two
show your
spirit by
inner
an actual
granola girl.
Native American.
You have an inner hippie in you after all. You have your sage. You got to
Yes,
I'm
balance that
you did.
revolutionaryism
I'm a
too.
celestial. I'm a celestial hood.
Oh, you're a
Ghetto,
ghetto goddess.
That hey,
today,
that's a shirt.
ghetto goddess. Listen, if you are watching the screen right now, you can see some hand movements that you can actually use for power, energy, harmony, healing, intuition, awareness, dimension, creation, and absolute. Now, there is a big meaning in using these type of hand signals. And if you are into chakras, I can explain in further detail on the Black Lunch Break page, and this actual photo will be shared as well. But I want
Ooh.
to start off Saging with Sika with these particular hand movements just to help you throughout your day. You can just hit one of them moves real quick when you're feeling a little anxious and get your life together, save your life together,
Okay.
and then
Okay.
everything is just too much for you. Go on and light that sage and sage that shit out. Clear the air,
Sage that
clear the
shit.
energies.
Own your shit and sage
Own
that
your
shit.
shit and sage that shit. This is
Yes.
today's Saging with Sika moment.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm gonna
oh.
do that shit too.
I want to do it
Uh.
too.
like, it, fuck it. Hey, I do want to give a shout out to Healing and Touch LLC. Shakila Thomas, they call her Miss Kiwi, who provided me with my sage for today.
Shout out Miss
Yeah.
Kiwi.
Miss Kiwi.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Guys,
sis.
it's very important that we protect our energy, especially right now. If you do not know, retrograde is in heavy season right now. You're doing anything on your computer, you're doing anything on your
Oh,
phone, be prepared for that shit to shut down on you.
yeah.
It's gonna be on some crazy
Mercury
shit.
is in micro braids. She's not having it right now.
Mercury is in micro braids.
It's
Oh my
bad.
god.
I had to reset my whole phone to factory settings. Do you know how? Like, I don't even like the fact that I was that emotionally riled up over a cell phone. But that's like losing your whole past. I was like,
It
oh
is. It
my
is.
gosh. And it wouldn't
I
let me
feel
back
you.
up
Like
all the way. Yeah, I was
I
mad.
like
can't even use my phone to get on this conversation. I had to get a Walmart phone just to use it because
Oh,
they got apparently the trap work better in where I'm at.
you
You
got
know
one
what
of
I'm
them
saying?
Obama phones. You got one of them Obama
Yeah.
phones.
man, I get so discriminated against, y'all. When it comes to the government assistance, they just look at, because
Oh,
they go through your life when you're trying to get government assistance, and they're like, oh, okay, you have a double master's degree. Okay, your
yeah.
last
And
job
your
you were making
glasses
this
look
much.
expensive. Your glasses look expensive.
Look, they just thick as in a
You
mug.
got
They
them
just
Malcolm X. You look smart and wealthy.
hey, but you check this out though. They got my cool money vision. That's my company. You know what I'm
Yeah, see,
saying?
you got your
see, she
company etched
fancy.
into your glasses. They ain't giving you no Obama phone. What
They
is
don't
the
know.
math on the Obama phone thing? Like, how does that work? Are those like recycled phones? Like, is that the
I don't even
government?
know.
What
'Cause I
is
can't
that?
never get one. Shit. I
I
think you
want to
got to be
know.
on welfare or something.
I don't
Man,
know, but
it's a
I feel
trap.
like it's something else. I feel like there's something else. Like it's a trap. Like they tracking people's
I
phones.
think it's a tap. It's a trap. I don't even like the. I didn't even like that presidential alert they did with Donald Trump. You remember they had the presidential alert where Donald Trump could just text you anything at any time. I ain't even
Oh
like
yeah,
that. I
I
was like,
remember.
Oh, heck
And
no.
you, out of all this shit that's been going on, we done had hurricanes, we done had fires, we done had locusts, dust storms. But
She said
Trump
locust.
ain't sent us nothing. Trump ain't sent no presidential alert for
He's
shit.
tweeting. He's too busy tweeting. That's
He
why.
didn't even send a president alert. He didn't even send a presidential alert like, hey, if you outside, I'm sending my army there to shoot y'all. He didn't even.
Right.
You could have sent that.
Right.
You supposed to text that.
Like in Portland. Like in Portland. Yeah.
He ain't used it since he got
I
it.
know
See,
those
that's what's
Amber
wrong.
Alerts. Those Amber Alerts come through strong. I'd be scared.
They come
They're
through
like
super strong.
they're
It
like
don't
10
matter how
times
hard you
louder
sleep.
than a regular alarm. Like, what is
Yes.
it? It makes my whole house shake when I get an Amber Alert.
And then the Amber Alerts on everything. If you got
Why don't we
anything
get those every
connected
time
to
a
the
black
internet.
person gets shot and killed? Why don't we have a brother alert? Why don't we have a Trayvon alert? Hold up, y'all.
Ooh, ooh,
Okay, let me
ooh.
calm down. We got to bring a guest
Uh-uh.
on.
We need that.
I'm
Oh,
just
my
saying.
bad. Bring the
We
guest.
definitely
I'm
Cause
need
I'm
sorry.
that.
bring the guest. Cause we need that.
We need
We
that.
waiting on KP to
Okay.
tap on in with us. We right now I know he is in the kitchen. We waiting on
Oh,
him
he
to
in the
click on
kitchen?
that link so he can pop on in because he
Okay.
cooking. He gonna be cooking live with us.
Well, we
So
can
I'm going
talk
to be
about this.
smelling the
We can talk
screen.
about this. Well, we can talk about this. We can talk about this Popo alert. You know what I'm saying? We need a Karen alert. Every time a Karen is spotted, we need to have it to where it shows where they are and a video starts taping the interaction. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying? We need an alert. We need that alert you was talking about. Whenever a unarmed brother or sister gets killed, we
boom,
need a
KP is
we
there.
need a we need a alert every time one of our children gets tried as an adult.
Hello.
He's here.
Hey,
Amen. Cause I'm
how you
hungry.
doing, King? What's
Hey,
good?
Yeah.
hey, how y'all doing?
We doing
We
good. What's
good. How
up?
you doing?
I'm doing all right. Working as usual.
What you cooking? What you cooking? We all up
What
in
you
your. Let's see. What you cooking?
cooking?
For
Right
real.
now, I'm preparing the brunch where I'm doing chicken and waffles. I'm gonna do
Oh,
some breakfast shrimp tacos,
oh,
black
Mm.
and salmon and grits,
Oh, uh,
oh,
tomahawk steaks, honey butter biscuits,
oh,
breakfast potatoes, turkey bacon, and
oh,
smoked turkey sausage with peppers and onions.
oh.
Oh
And a
my God.
partridge in a pear tree.
bun.
Dang, Jeff. That was
Yo,
your
when
intro.
we get
That's how you feel
it?
today?
Man, that's that. You got to secure the bag. So you got to keep
Oh,
people happy.
I knew it was about to be the bun when I saw you wore the shirt with the buttons over here. You know, when I
That's the
saw you
chef
had the
shirt.
He
chef
feel like a
jacket on
boss.
with the
Uh
buttons
huh.
all the way over to the side, I was finna say
Wait,
this list about to be a
is
menu.
there is there
Uh
like
huh.
a technical word for that kind of apron shirt, or are we just calling it a chef shirt?
It's just chef coat.
Oh,
That's
chef
it.
coat.
That's
Coat,
it.
It's a chef coat. But he got his
chef
hat
coat,
to the
like the
back of
white
it. He
coat
got his
for the
hat to the
doctors,
back.
but it's the chef coat.
Chef code. That's
Yes.
official.
Chef coat with the hat to the back. Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
I mean,
so
that's
please
just
do.
my style of how I like to present myself with the
I
fitted
know
cap.
that's right.
I
He
want to
comes.
make I want to make you a fitted chef cap with a bill on the back.
Let's get it.
That's gonna be so fun.
I'm all for
Tony's
it.
trying to get her chef bag with the chef, man. Let's do a proper introduction. We just got all up in his grits and his
We
pots and
sure
his
did.
pans.
What you cooking?
Don't talk about grits. Don't talk about grits. You know Umar
Oh,
on the lookout.
Dr. Umar trying to cancel the grits.
Uh
Bruh,
oh.
don't talk about him. He gonna
How
be on the
often do
show.
you cook grits, chef?
You say, how do I prepare?
Like how
Many.
often? Oh yes, and how
Oh,
do you
how
prepare them?
often?
All
Yeah,
that.
I prepare them, almost at least I would say 3 times a week, depending on who I'm cooking for. Three, four
it's a
times a week.
staple. And is there?
So
Do you
so
have a
Umar would
special?
be very upset with you right now.
Yeah. You
Umar,
hear about
Dr.
that?
Umar Johnson, he'd be like, he needs your grit money because you cooking grits 3 times a week, and he needs that money so he can build these
So
schools.
you need to be trying to get your budget and try to see how much the grit is actually making you so you can donate to the schools.
Chef KP, did you hear about that? Did you hear about Dr. Umar recalling grits? He wants all of Black America to not buy grits for 1 year because he has calculated that we spend $19 million with Quaker grits, and he wants us to sacrifice our grits for a year so that he can build 10 schools across the nation. Are you willing to give up your grits, Dr. Chef KP?
Well, I only prepare the grits. I'm not consuming them. So,
Oh,
Now he didn't say he want not, but he didn't say. But I don't
you
think
cooking
we
them?
can't narrow it. We can't
He ain't
narrow
lying,
down
so
what he
what
asking
is the
for. He
problem?
asked for grit money. So if you preparing the grits, I know you
You
getting
buying the
paid.
grits?
well,
I know you getting paid.
when I prepare food, when I prepare meals, I don't pay for the groceries. The people that consume them pay for the groceries. So,
Oh, he ain't
He
giving up
won't
the
choke.
grits, y'all.
See,
KP
he
is
gonna talk
free.
his way out of giving up that grit
KP
money.
is
I know
free.
they paying you for that plate. I know they paying you
yeah.
for that plate, and we need that fraction.
I
He
mean,
ain't. I believe he's saying no, y'all. He's
I'm willing
saying
to
no.
contribute and donate to
Okay.
the grit fund. However,
Well,
He down for the culture.
this is how I keep the lights on in my house.
that's
That's
right.
what
Okay,
I'm
You
saying.
make them grits. Now,
okay.
do you have a special recipe to have? Because everybody, we all different. Is there a certain way that you prefer to make grits, Chef KP?
Um, yeah, whenever I do my fish and grits, or
Oh
shrimp and grits, I do a Cajun
boy,
truffle grit.
boy.
Um, it's crazy. It's
I can
crazy.
tell by how big
It's
your eyes
actually
got.
it's
Right.
actually
Like,
Latoya Luckett, one of her favorite.
oh, Latoya
So
Luckett be on the grits.
I'm
Oh, don't
not
say that.
Latoya Lucky. Oh, there she go. Bam.
There
There
she
she go.
go.
Go,
Oh,
Latoya.
hey,
Look, she eating them good grits. She got them truffle grits.
Yeah, that's good for
hey, let's stop talking about that for Umar be hitting Latoya up talking about. I know you got that grit.
He gonna be in
Got that
Latoya's
grit
window
money.
every time KP come to cook for her. I see them grits.
So
So when
KP,
did you start? When
right.
did
so
I
you
was about
start
to say that
cooking?
when you start, where you
um,
from? Tell us a little bit about your background, bro.
So of course, everybody knows Chef KP, Governor DeAndre Jackson. I'm from Chicago. I've been in the industry since October 2000. I started out just as a bus boy, serving drinks and clearing tables. And throughout my career working for a company that I worked for, I continued to thrive and grow to server, dishwasher, cook, all throughout high school and college. And then I had the opportunity of working in the kitchen because they were short staffed. And that is where I was able to identify my talent in the kitchen. So, cooking professionally since 2005. And I started 450. My wife actually gifted me 450 Degrees Catering as a birthday gift in
That's
2018.
love.
What?
Yeah, my wife, she gifted me a
Man,
birth
I fucking love your
my company as
story.
a birthday gift.
Wow. We love
And
your wife. Thank you, wife.
yeah, my
I
wife
love
dope
your
as
whole
That's
hell.
a
Yeah,
real
story.
shout out to
queen.
Quita. Shout out to Quita. So, yeah, she gifted me the company. I had two weddings booked prior to me even starting my company, and we got the license and everything. And 2 weeks after starting my company, I prepared a meal for Latoya Luckett, and the rest has been history. As far as building my clients and just growing and building my business. Um, I've had opportunities of cooking for of course Latoya, names of Monica, Jamie Foxx. I'm cooking preparing for Lil Durk and OTF family, and NBA players Jared Jack, rappers Slim Thug. It's a long list. It's a long list. It's a
Nice,
long list.
nice. Look, that smile is getting brighter every time you talk about your journey. So, one thing that we have learned from Chef KP is if your significant other ain't gifting you with things that are part of your journey and your passion, you need to reconsider because that is some real support, man.
Come through.
Who
Yes.
does that?
Listen up. Real
Black
talk.
love on
Yeah,
the
I agree.
man on the rise.
I
I'm
love
just
it.
thinking like I'm just thinking your food gotta be the bomb. If the Latoya Luckett must have been like, bruh, KP? Nah,
So,
fire that.
so
Whoever you
how it
got gonna
happened?
do it, you need to call KP right now.
So I prepared the meal for her, and I left the house, and I got a call like 10 minutes later. It was like, "Hey, she wants to hire you," and so we started to talk, and from there, she was like, "Yeah, I want to hire you because it was Luda Day weekend coming up." So um, she had me in the kitchen grinding for her and the family, just going crazy in the kitchen. And the fun part was I had the liberty to pretty much prepare what I desired, and they loved it. And from there, Monica reached out to her, and it just kept going word of mouth from Monica to
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx. They led the opportunity to me cooking on the T.I. and Tiny show, Family and Friend Hustle. We just created a lot of opportunity and opening a lot of doors.
I love it.
Right.
I
That's
Me
love
a
it.
too.
blessing.
I'm just imagining people being like, hey man,
How exciting.
who made them biscuits, bro? Cause damn.
Oh yeah,
I
they
ain't been
first
thinking,
class. When
man,
this
What's
real
thing when
talk.
this
what's
thing
your
open up,
what's
we
your
gonna have
favorite
to
meal
get
to cook,
together.
or what's the
Oh,
favorite of
hold on.
from the
Pause. He was trying
what?
to offer us a meal, y'all. Hold
Oh,
on.
That
He
was
was
I,
no.
I felt
Let me.
like he was finna say when this thing do
We need
something,
to
he
get
finna
that
cook
on
some
tape.
food for us. Say
Yeah,
that
that's
What
what
was
again.
you
I
gonna
said.
say?
I said when the world open up, we all have to come together so we can do this live and be preparing food for you on the show.
let's do that.
I love it.
Let's do that.
Yes.
Love to do that.
Whew.
Love to
My
get
stomach should not be that excited for a meal on layaway, but it
fucked
is
up.
right now. I'm very
Man,
excited
what are you
about
talking
that.
about? After I heard how much stuff be in the meal, I'm just like, I ain't eating the whole 2 days
Oh
before.
yeah, oh yeah. Nothing simple when you come to the 450 degrees experience. None of it is simple.
Woo,
450,
okay.
that's more than 360.
450. 450.
That's
All
like
right.
a round and then back some more.
I'm just glad we got that commitment on live in front of the world. So,
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm a man
Right.
of my word.
yes,
So when I
indeed.
met this king, he introduced me to this most interesting and beautiful bottle. It's called Neyah Bubbly. Bubbly. Is
Neyah
that correct?
Bubbly.
And I think he's about to go and show us a great display of it. But if you aren't following him on social media, make sure you follow 450 KP 450
Hey,
degrees.
show it one more time for us,
You
KP.
see that?
Ooh,
Isn't
it's
it
pretty.
beautiful? It
It's
just makes you
pretty.
want to, even if you're not going to drink it for display or whatever. Like, you
Yeah.
need
What
that.
is it shimmering?
Yes, it has a edible gold in it.
Oh my
It's a great
gosh.
flavor. It's a sparkling Moscato. Um,
Oh, shoot. Lord have mercy. You gonna
So
have some kids out there named in your
what's the ingredients that is in this?
if I tell you, I might have to take you out back.
Ooh,
Yeah, yeah,
See there?
yeah, yeah.
I don't
And I'm
want to
still
know.
trying to get my meal.
Somebody
Don't have him
call
take
me.
our meal away because you being too nosy, Sika. Just experience
Okay,
the magic. It's gold in there.
we
That's
ain't,
all you need to
we
know. It's
ain't gonna even
gold
be
in there.
able to drink none of that. We're gonna have to drink water.
You getting the plug taken away, Sika. You getting the plug taken away, man.
Amber
No,
said
we're very
no
Y'all
joke.
locked in for that. Y'all locked in for that meal. So
if we mess up,
Amber,
it's
we
just Sika that don't get her meal, not us, okay?
Precious Amber said, "Hey, Precious Amber said she done had this food a lot of time. Who is Precious Amber, y'all? She must be on Housewives or something.
oh that's
Who is
sis.
that?
That's sis.
That's a
That's
good
Oh
sis
yeah.
right
oh,
there.
that's your sister.
That's it.
That's the
Hey,
good
Yeah.
sis.
sis, do you
Sister
Oh,
get
okay,
from
your
I'm
best
about to
another.
say,
friend?
Shout out
she
to
must
Amber
be.
and Jay.
I thought we had another. I thought we had another star on here or something. Cause if you don't ate his food, you
Amber,
got
I
to
got
have a
Hey,
introduced
million in
to
the bank.
KP. So
hey,
shout
we
out to
all
them.
stars.
No.
Sometimes it just take us all a little long to identify our talent, but we all stars.
Yes, yes. I'm a gardener, and I firmly believe that it's important to recognize that sometimes the most bountiful things blossom later than everything else. So just because it's not a fast blossom doesn't mean it's not a powerful, good, and fruitful blossom.
Oh my
Sorry,
God,
Agree.
I'm a granola
I'm
girl
so
moment.
ready to blossom. I mean,
I can't stand none of y'all. Y'all get over there. So, KP, I have a question. Your
Okay.
wife gifted you the introduction to your wonderful business, which is now thriving. And what are some of the goals that you have? You know, coming through this transition with 2020, folks are still eating, so clearly you're doing well. But what are some of your goals right now? What are things that you're looking forward to?
Some of the goals for me is not for myself; it's for the people around me. So,
Mm,
my goals is to help the people around me identify their talents and strengths to help build them up, so that way we can have a successful team within our community,
Yes.
and hopefully have like an umbrella where every service that is needed, somebody within my circle can
Yeah.
successfully fulfill those responsibilities. So that's my goal. So it's not for
Right.
me, it's for the people around me to help build them and help them grow as individuals so we can all thrive together.
Yeah. That's wonderful.
Hey,
That's
he
wonderful.
kinging. He kinging right now. I like that.
Real.
King thing.
Straight king
That's nice.
shit.
So can we see
That's
what you
king.
cooking right now? What you cooking? Can we get a
Right,
peek? Can we see?
right now, I'm frying up some. Let me see, how can I turn my cam?
Look, I'm all up in your plate.
Uh-oh.
Look, I gotta turn the camera off. I'm sorry, chef. I ain't trying to mess up your flow. I'm sorry.
I never used this app before. How do you rotate the
It's
camera?
okay. It's okay. I don't want to mess up. Don't
I don't
drop the phone
know.
in the food.
Tap
Oh,
the
I'm not.
screen 2 times. That
I feel like
always
it
work
should
for
be
me.
a tap
You
on the
say tap
screen
the
when you
screen twice?
rotate it.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know, but it does on everything else.
It's,
Oh
it's
This is
no,
my
okay.
first
Don't
time.
worry.
it's
Don't
not
drop the
giving me the
phone in the
option.
fish. Don't drop the phone in the fish.
No, it's just frying up some
Ooh.
chicken.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
Okay.
look a little Cajun and crispy on the right side and the
Look
left. Look
crispy
at
right
that.
there.
Okay.
Are you in Chicago still? Where are you located?
No, right now I'm in ATL. I reside in ATL. I do majority of my work in between Atlanta and Chicago. I have a huge following in Chicago. That's where I'm from. So
Okay.
often I travel to Chicago to prepare, private dinners and meals. So during this pandemic, it's been a blessing for people in my line of work because a lot of people are not choosing to dine out. So what's the best next thing is to have the chef to come to you.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
Straight
Yes. That
winning.
is
Right on
wonderful.
time.
That is
Yeah.
so wonderful.
And then
Yeah.
being in
Wonderful.
the A, and being in the A, you're like in like the Mecca, man. You're one of the
Yeah.
Meccas. You're in one of the Meccas. So I know you're in high demand, right?
I've been busy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Excuse me
You
one
I
so
can
second. Let me
modest.
watch.
I
Let
can
me
tell
watch.
you're
Let me
very modest. Yeah, I was
let me
trying to
wash
say
my
the same
hands one
thing.
second. Let me wash my hands one
Yes,
second.
Oh yeah. No
indeed.
problem.
I want to know when he comes back. I want to know because a lot of soul food often does have meat. I want to know if he cooks soul food that is vegetarian or vegan options because that's a big thing now. But I think that especially in Atlanta, there's all kind of soul food places that you can
Right.
get vegan and vegetarian food, and I eat it all, so it doesn't matter for me. I don't discriminate. I can eat vegan, vegetarian. I dabble in protein sometimes, so I'm
Yeah.
curious to know.
To
I
answer your
dabble in
question,
protein.
to answer your question, yes. Um, I
What's a
recently.
specialty?
Hold on one second. There we are. There, I'm back. So to answer your question, yes, I do dabble into vegan and vegetarian dishes. I just
Awesome.
recently did a vegan spread where we had vegan chicken and waffles. I did a vegan meatloaf, mashed potatoes. I used vegan sour cream, vegan butter, vegan milk. What else did we have on the menu? Vegan tacos. Everything
I'm
was
over here.
vegan. And everybody that came and ate the food, we didn't tell them
Ah!
that everything was vegan, and they loved it. They enjoyed it. People were
Wow.
coming back for seconds, and then in the end, they was like, something is a little different because I had steak tacos, but I made them with portobello mushroom, and they was like,
Yes.
"What
I
type of
love
steak is that?"
it.
I'm like, "That was a mushroom."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's when we let the cat out of the bag that it was a vegan meal, but everybody
I
loved
love
What
it.
is
it.
They
what is
enjoyed it.
vegan chicken?
So Whole Foods, they sell this product called Chicken. It's like
Mhm.
they have like chicken tenders that you can use. It's made of mostly chickpeas, and you can get that product from Whole Foods.
Yeah.
Um,
It's good.
and it's like a chicken tender.
It's good.
Okay,
But
okay,
see, it's
okay,
so
okay.
much psychological. I was just before we had you on the segment, I was talking to them about the power of food prepping, which you're doing right now, and how much Black people can benefit money, time wise. But a lot of the times we eat so emotionally, we don't have things because we think it's not traditionally what we have. We want to try something new. So there's been plenty of times when I've cooked vegan or vegetarian food for people, I didn't tell them, and they was like, "That was good. That wasn't meat. That wasn't meat." No, but if I would have told you, you would have closed your mind. You wouldn't have tried it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right, right, right,
Can you
right.
all
For
hear me good?
considering
Because I
that.
have this earpiece in. I'm not really used to talking to a Bluetooth. Can you all
We
hear
can
me
hear
Yeah,
you.
it's
well?
a little, it's a little, it's a little cloudy.
Yeah, we can hear like some
Okay.
wind action or something.
Cloudy
Yeah,
with a
because
chance of veggie meatballs.
I've been thinking like real talk, ever since we had Angela Means on
Yeah, that's right.
uh
I mean,
yeah, Angela Means. That's right, because I know
yep.
it's Angela Means. I couldn't remember what it
Angela Kaya mean.
okay, Angela Kaya Means. We had her on the lunch break where she plays Felicia and Friday. And she really, since we had her on there and she broke it down, she was like, it don't matter if you eat a fish, a turkey, or a deer or a cow. Your body is not breaking it down. Ever since she said that, I was like, man, because I've been
Yeah.
doing the turkey thing, thinking I'm thinking I'm a leader. I'm up in here with the, you know what I'm saying? I'm up in here doing the real deal. And she just broke all that down and told me that was false. So now I really am interested in learning how to make chicken with
Good,
how to
good.
chickpeas. I want to make my own though, because Whole Foods be breaking it down.
Yeah. I
Oh,
mean, a
she
lot of
actually
it.
got
If
it
you do the
corrected. It's
research, if you
Angela
go to
Means Kaya.
Google, if you go to Google University, you'll learn anything.
Google University.
He's an educated chef.
You see? You know
And
you
that's the
educated.
difference. That's the difference between a chef and a cook. You know, a cook just goes and prepare the food. A chef is a teacher. So
I love
Uh-oh.
it.
Uh-oh, you
That's
better tell.
So
that's
listen,
right.
before you get out of here, let the people know where they can follow you and how they can continue to follow your journey.
you can always follow me on Facebook, Jackson DeAndre. I've been trying to change my name on Facebook for the longest they won't allow it. You can find me on Instagram, KP450 Degrees. You can also follow me on TikTok at KP450 Degrees and on Twitter, KP450 Degrees.
Awesome. Are you
Thank you
going to
so
Um,
much.
do you
Go ahead.
sometimes share how to cook things on there? Sometime, not all your recipes, but just a few.
yeah, I'm looking to grow and put a lot of more content on those websites. I have a chef group on Facebook called titled Chef Nem, NEM. You can go there, and we're always. Sometimes I try to motivate some of the other chefs to do tutorials or provide recipes to help
Yeah,
others that's not confident in the kitchen. So
yeah.
that's another
What
group
was the
to follow.
first part of the group? Because I missed it.
Chef,
No, it's Chef. I know it was Chef. What's more the
Chef
name?
Nem, Chef Nem.
Chef Nem.
Oh, okay.
And
That was
You know,
all I
Like
know.
chefing
like,
him, like
yeah,
mama
that's
him.
Rob Nem. So Chef
Mama
Yeah,
Nem.
him, chefing him.
I know I understood that. I thought you said it
Well,
was called
so
something Chef now.
we're gonna let you
No.
know that Black with No Chaser can be a part of creating that content for you, you know. So just holler at us. We can work that out. We
Oh
can be a
yeah,
big part of that.
yeah, most definitely.
Chef.
And also, ladies, DM me your address so I can send you all some bottles of Neyah Bubbly.
Woo, woo.
and we're
Yeah.
gonna make sure that we get you
That
in
just
some
jumped
Black
out.
No Chaser merch as well.
Yeah, we got to get you some gear. We got to get you some gear.
Definitely get you some gear soon. So thank you
Thank
so
you
much
so much. Thank you.
and keep doing everything that you're doing. Keep going, keep growing, and keep sharing with the community and the tribe because we see what you're doing and we love what you're doing. Shout out to your wife for supporting the movement.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, we here. The whole story is inspirational, man, and thank you for sharing with us. And
Hello?
it's way more than expected. We hear you.
We hear you. We can't see you, but we can hear
Oh,
you.
okay.
Can't
Yeah,
see
I
you,
He
but
have,
we
I
done
can
have
hear
dropped
calls
the
you.
phone
coming
in
in,
the
so
fish,
I can
y'all. He done dropped the phone in the fish grease.
no. I have multiple calls coming in, so I'm trying to stop them from,
Hey, go
interrupt.
ahead and handle your business, King. You go and
Thank you
handle
Thank
so
you,
your
ladies.
much. We
business. We thank you
appreciate
for
you.
joining us. We
Thank
gonna
you.
talk
You're
to you
welcome.
later.
All right, later.
Happy chefing.
Yes.
All right,
Peace
thank
and
you.
blessings.
I'm getting me a bottle.
Hey, me too. Don't forget me too. I'm
Look,
glad
she
Sika
I.
already got
almost.
that bottle. I'm
We
gonna get
got a
the bottle.
bottle. We got a meal. Sika almost undid the meal to go with the bottle, man. Man, we gotta watch you. Sage that out. Sage that negative energy out. Don't be blocking our blessings, Sika.
Let me sage that all out real quick.
Man, we can. Hey, We scored.
So
The fellas are gonna be jealous of us.
Super jealous. I mean, but
Yeah.
hey, the ladies had it today, and we just get that little blessing. Shout
You know
out
what
to
they got
ladies, real talk.
anyway.
Chef
You know when they got
is right. Oh, yes, it's ladies' night.
If you
Oh,
want
what a
to
night.
advertise or shop with Black with No Chaser, make sure you hit us up on our email at adsales@blackwithnochaser.com
Bam.
or info@blackwithnochaser.com. And for all of your gear, go to www.blackwithnochaser.com, of course. And tomorrow we have a special guest, and tomorrow's show will be at 3 p.m. Central Time. So we are welcoming the Conscious Lee to the show. If you are not familiar with this gentleman, make sure you follow on Instagram. He has some great content where he just breaks down a lot of Black edutainment facts that Mari actually puts us on all the time, but this gentleman is going to, man, he's going to blow our socks off. I already know, because he talks that talk, and I'm
Yes, he does.
looking forward to everything that he's going to be sharing with us tomorrow. And make sure that
Yes.
you are following every single one of our different platforms. Of course, Black with No Chaser. This is the home base. Black with No Chaser ME. The intersection show is something that Cody has going on Fridays. Make sure you're following that. Make sure you're following the Black Lunch Break as well. And Black with No Chaser Sports. And last but not least, have you not seen Miss Mari's video that was dropped yesterday, Them Hands University? Make sure you're following that too. We had a lovely video that was dropped yesterday, and that shit is hilarious.
Y'all definitely tune in to the Intersection Late Show this Friday night, where I got Queen Fumi on. We're gonna be talking about defining spiritualism. We're gonna be talking about how social media silently affects your vibration and your aura, and we're gonna be talking about womanhood and how strong it can get and how strong we gotta be. So definitely
get your aura.
Late Show, 10 o'clock live on
aura. Get your aura right. Get your aura tight.
For joining us today. It was a wonderful show, Cody. Look, you killed this shit.
Thank you for having me, sis.
I enjoyed
Thank
it.
you.
The crowd enjoys you as well. So, in classic fashion, we are going to be thinking Black. We're going to keep living Black unapologetically. Until tomorrow, good people. We out.
Hey, West Side.
Peace.